Hello and welcome back. You're watching JomezPro, and we are at the National Tour finale for 2019, the Ed Hedrick Disc Golf Hall of Fame Classic from Appling, Georgia, and the IDGC. BigSexy Commentary here with you. Nate Sexton, Jerm, Koling.
And big shout out to RecTech Grills being out here all week, representing hardcore grill mania. They're awesome.
They got to be some of the nicest guys and one of the more fun sponsors that we get to interact with because they're always cooking awesome food.
Yeah, of course. And you want to get to my heart, cook me some good ribs. That's what they do.
That is what they do.
At RecTech Grills. Adam Ham is 4 under the front 9. Simon as well, jumping up one spot into a tie for second place at Calvin Heinberg. We've got some movement up and down all over that leaderboard, as you're going to see on a course that keeps players so tight as this course seems to do every single year.
Hole 10, par 4, 606, straight off the tee, then breaking right midway up the fairway. And then you've got a super technical approach to this basket. You've got your choice of a bunch of little lanes to try to push through these gaps and finish as far as the circle. That is the hardest part, though, is when you hit one of those trees, you're 70 short. You've got to sneak it all the way through.
And Adam's been showing off his range of abilities going forehand and backhand on this course. This might be a bit too tight on the right side. He may be able to stand with his back to the basket and throw a second, but he is certainly out of position. Calvin with a beautiful turnover. If this can, yeah, it's fighting. That's incredible.
That's really far down the fairway.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Simon surprisingly going with a forehand here. I'm kind of shocked at his ability to throw those huge backhand anhizers and go way up the fairway. But he keeps it in the middle, so you can't be too upset with that. Yeah, that's great. Only problem is if it goes too far. Nope, he's just on the left side of the fairway. That's a good spot to be in.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Well, Simon really, not committing to the full anhyzer.
Looked like a really overstable disc.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what that scream was in the background. Sounded like the authoritative spike of a beach volleyball player.
And Trevor up there after Calvin parks his approach. There's 2 looks for birdie. And cue up another 78-foot look for Adam. Does he keep the hat on or does he jump through the hat? Oh, the hat flies off. This is looking good. Oh, gosh. Come on. Once again.
You got to be kidding me with this.
That's incredible. That's amazing. If the hat doesn't fly off, it doesn't count. I think I heard Zach Melton say in the background.
That was incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome. Simon with a good layout effort, but man, looks like we're gonna have 3 birdie putts if Trevor can hit this from short range. Woo, just crawling over the rim. Birdie's a birdie. Adam moving to 5 under for the round with 2 putts outside 75 feet. I'm loosening up the hat today a bit. I'm going to see if that works for me. I'll get back to you tomorrow.
I like that strategy. I like your willingness to adapt. See something working, you try it. I like that.
I mean, he's crushing me, so what am I to say?
What do you know about hats?
I don't know anything.
Hole 11, par 3, 420. This one goes to the right gently the entire way. Sets up pretty nice for just a full anhyzer to flat or a turnover shot for the righty. There's the anhyzer to flat approach.
And if this flattens out a bit, this is going to be looking really good. Oh, he's gone long. Okay,
Wow.
so he's inside the circle, I believe. But
Wow.
he'll probably have a pretty tricky putt. Calvin going turnover eagle. Look at this. And he is also going long. This is not the result you see really ever. And 2 shots so far have both gone long. That's outstanding work.
We got a lot of big boys on this card. Ooh, you hate it over there.
Wow.
That would be an incredible par save. I've been over there a couple times. It's worse than you think it is.
That's not going to be a par. And this is early angle. Did never see that one. I think Simon's probably in that corner. Let's see. Can Trevor muster something from there? Yeah, he didn't like it. He caught early stuff out the gap. He's out, though.
Oh, hit it.
Oh,
wow.
my goodness, Simon. I don't know if that was a on purpose run, but he definitely was flashing basket there.
Nice approach, and it'll be a bogey.
Oh, my word. This guy is a putting machine right now. He is just on fire.
That was probably also outside the circle.
Wow. Taking advantage of every opportunity he's getting right now. Adam Hammis, 6 under through 11 holes. On fire with a turkey. Simon able to collect the par. Still haven't got to Calvin's drive.
Calvin with that famous putting form.
Mm-hmm.
He gets those eyes on the basket. To me, his form says basket, 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 disc, disc, basket. That's kind of where his eyes go.
Sure, sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to note that he blocks the basket
That's
with
what
his
I'm
putter.
saying.
Yeah. You don't want to know where the basket is right before you putt. Only the moment.
Or maybe it's more of a you don't want the basket to know where you are. You know, if it can't see your eyes, it doesn't know what's coming. You kind of do a peekaboo thing with it. Oh, here I am, bang. And apparently it works great. Hole 12, par 5, 990. This one is a beast. You've got to go big shot off the tee, but it's so important to get your angle right because if you're in the woods here on a hole this long, you really are sacrificing a lot. This is going to be in the woods.
Yep. Unless he gets a favorable
Oh,
kick.
that is so good.
And the rich get richer with stuff like that. When you're playing well, it seems like all those kicks are going your way.
Could be a stroke saver.
I agree with that. Yeah, that takes a 5 to a 4 or a 6 to a 5. And for me, I just can't get back here on this hole, which was formerly hole 8, now hole 12, without thinking about, I believe it was 2011 PDGA Championships, Final 9. And Will Schustrick, I believe, threw a PB off the tee and then a rock to about 2 feet. And it was one of the most incredible eagles I'd ever seen. Maybe the best rock shot, still to this day, I've ever seen.
It's hard to even imagine it.
The whole
needs to push straight. Wow, that's
Simon
big
has
power.
gone past everything. That is an insanely far and great tee shot. Most likely going for the hyzer on the second around the corner. And what's crazy, I mean, as many years ago as that was, the course was just tighter back then. And
Yeah.
this hole is already considered incredibly difficult. even as a par 5, people are struggling to get up there in 3 shots with a look for the birdie. Will just needed 2 shots and a tap in.
Wow, that is really nice. Get left. That is so good.
Yeah, that's a great shot from Adam. He'll have
Simple shot.
Yeah, he might even have a hat flying off putt from there.
And Trevor's faded through almost to that alternate fairway. This is pretty well done. Oh, I thought it was going to get into that. He's going to still be in the woods. Hopefully he's got a stance where he can kind of reach out and get a forehand down that tunnel.
Calvin's going for the wide fairway, as long as it's not too tight. Yeah, I think he's going to be past all the stuff that really prevents him from getting a birdie look. He should be able to throw one more up to the pin. Simon looking at the normal route.
This is going to be exciting.
What is he looking at right now? Oh, my goodness. He's going to try to cut the corner. With a Skamahawk? It actually worked. I mean, what on earth?
I don't even know what it was, but
I think it was a Skamahawk.
Yeah, I think you might be right. It got up the fairway.
He threw an incredibly understable disc, had it rotate on its back as if he was throwing a thumber.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess a tomahawk?
Thumber.
Blech. Wow. And Trevor Harbolt has not been in the fairway. He is not going to be in the fairway again.
And you can lump the tomahawk count right in there with the forehand roller count on W.R. Jackson.
Yep.
Don't really bother counting the Skamahawks. There's not.
Yeah, that was, he didn't need to do that. If you need to throw a tomahawk, you need to throw a flick roller. That's when the meter goes up a stroke. And coming in kind of hot here, Adam. Nope, not really. That's just beautiful touch. That'll be a birdie. Simon, after that crazy second, he's trying to make it on the third. Jeez,
for the eagle.
2 holes in a row. He's running at the basket with that disc. I don't know what is that, a Sky God?
I think so.
Makes sense. And is this a third straight tomahawk?
Not straight, but it is a third.
On this hole.
Yeah, it's the third tomahawk on this hole, but there was a forehand in between.
So Trevor's finally out of the woods after 5 shots. He'll have that putt for the bogey. And we're going to see 3 birdies if Simon can make his putt. And he is able to do that. Trevor having a bit more trouble on this hole than the rest of the group, but that's kind of the way that the rest of us see this hole. It's just if you're off the fairway at all, it's so hard to get back into a good position.
Hole 13, par 3, 399, slightly downhill, hard to the right, and the basket kind of elevated up on a little mound. Forehand is a great play here if you've got some power. Try to get beyond these fairway trees and take your skip towards the basket. Backhand turnover is a really hard thing to do, but I suppose it could be done.
Yeah, this is a high par percentage on this one. Low birdie, low bogey percentage. Very difficult to get all the way to the pin. Adam's going that flip-up forehand, but he's gone a bit too straight. And that most likely is going to yield a par. We haven't seen Calvin go with too many forehands so far this round. A lot of backhand eagle turnovers. And here he is going with that forehand. This is looking pretty good.
It's tight, I think.
Yeah, didn't quite have that run speed when you want to hit the ground and get that big skip forward, but he's still within 40 feet. He's got an open look to the pin. A tee shot I'm sure he's happy with.
Also a little tight.
Yeah, that's in trouble, but Simon getting through everything. If that connects on any of those early trees, you are in a really bad spot.
Yeah, this one will sneak up on you. You think, oh, shoot, I hit a tree, no birdie for me. And you get up there, and it's like,
oh,
whoa.
How do I get to the pin? And Trevor going to the backhand mantis.
just never really able to turn.
But still working his way all the way up there for an outside the circle look for the birdie. Oh, hat flies off, but doesn't work every time, folks. It'd be cheating if it did.
There'd be no point in filming anymore. If that worked every time, we'd have to go home.
Oh, watch out, Brian. Trevor with the step putt. Flashing chains. Awkward angle, unable to get it to turn enough.
Calvin got closer than I thought.
Yeah, he's only 36 feet away, I believe.
Basket had no idea where he was, and he strikes.
He snuck up on it. Calvin Heinberg with a 5th straight birdie. He's on fire right now.
5 in a row.
I mean, that is just such an outrageous accomplishment on this course. You're happy if you get 2 in a row.
What would that be like?
I don't know. I've never done it, but I think that it's got to be great. And Adam had 4 coming into this hole. He was on fire as well. Calvin's going to strike that lead down to 2 strokes.
Hole 14 are another par 5, 837 feet. Tight tunnel off the tee. Get as left as you can after negotiating that, and you might be able to get yourself up there for a long eagle look. I mean, this is a hole that is very rarely eagled, but, you know, like any par 5, there's usually some chance of that highlight play, so it keeps it exciting. If we can see any of our players really punch through that fairway and finish left, the way Calvin's been throwing this eagle.
Yeah, my prediction, not anything but perfect. Like that, just splitting the fairway. Look at this, bending around the corner.
Huge.
Yeah, and that is we don't see Calvin throw too many rollers, but he's got a serviceable forehand. He might be able to access some look for the 3 if he throws a clean second.
It's a really long way, but...
Oh, no.
And this may be the first really bad spot that Adam has seen. I mean, the scores he's putting up, I can't think he's been doing too much of that.
No. And that was the sound of a group finishing over there on hole 18. Simon waiting and then throwing a good-looking shot. Can it miss this last tree? It does not.
But that's not a bad spot.
No, it's not. As long as you're in the fairway and you are able to throw a second shot, a sidearm turnover, he's got that. He's got all the goods. He can make a shot work. Trevor, does this have enough speed to...
Just never really got flat. There's not really room. It looks good out of the hand, but it's got to get flat to get long enough. Oh, and this isn't as bad as I feared.
He did connect on some high limage. He was able to get around the corner.
That seemed like a great shot.
I think he should be able to save the 5. Trevor high and almost out of the woods. So Simon's just playing the high. Spike hyzer, that'll get him into a good position. You want to be on that left side of the fairway for the best angle to the pin. But maybe not Calvin. Calvin might, he's going with the forehand here. And he's got a big open lane to do so, and he's ripped. Oh, that's a good angle. Yeah. Oh, yes. Look at this. He's inside the circle. Oh, my word.
Wow, that's one of the best I've seen. That was that was nearly a 400-foot forehand.
I think Adam might not have cleared his run up to the shot properly, and I think he might have slipped on a pine cone. They're prevalent out here. You can see them all over the ground right now.
Even the pine needles are very, very slippery.
Yeah.
And this isn't going to make it around the corner. Got through most of the way, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's another sneaky spot on this course.
Mm-hmm.
That corner, you think, oh, shoot, my second shot came up a little short. You can be in some serious trouble in there.
Yep. But I think Trevor might be in a position where he's never in the fairway and still is going to take a 5, though. And Simon's just going to have a head knocker birdie.
Really well done. You see Adam dealing with a really small window here.
And he's going to have that left for his par. He's been in trouble the whole way. If he comes out with a par, he'll be really happy with that result. And I'm sure Trevor will as well.
But he's got Calvin to worry about. Down 2 shots with an eagle look.
Can he make another? He can. Unreal. This guy's putting today has just been top-notch.
Great putt. Saves the par.
Was that like 4 or 5 SloMez's he's had this round alone?
Deserved.
Yeah, without question. That time the hat stayed on, but it wasn't a jump putt, so what can you expect?
That's by design.
Yeah.
For eagle.
Look at this stretch that Calvin is on here. He makes this. Oh my goodness. He is 7 down in the last 6 holes, and he's 8 under for the round. That's the best 6-hole stretch ever on this course.
Agreed.
Wow. The only eagle in the field through 2 rounds. I'm going to make a bold prediction. The only eagle through all 3 rounds. I'm just going to say no one's going to do it today. Could be wrong. Well, I mean, he did it today. Maybe he can do it again. He did it yesterday. He can do it today. We'll see.
Hole 15, par 4, 714 feet. You've got 2 fairways to choose from. The drone is flying that backhand turnover line. The biggest throwers can probably reach the top of this hill, maybe see the basket just barely with a fantastic drive. But you've got such a well-guarded pin sloping downhill to the right with the ditch there on the right. That is a popular place to try to put your second shot. If you can get into that ditch, you have an edge of circle putt. A birdie here is a big thing. Calvin trying to keep that incredible streak going.
Oh my goodness, man. It's not fair sometimes watching this stuff. He's not even coming close to trees.
He's been so far up every fairway.
This is just not quite either gap. Simon has let this go a little bit too early.
For the first time, a tie at the top.
Overturned. And a huge left kick. That pretty much spells the end of a birdie opportunity.
And Trevor kind of going where Simon went. I don't think this is going to find either fairway. But it sneaks all the way through every tree. That's nice. This might find the right side rough.
Oh, Simon hitting early tree. Trevor, this is just too low, right? Yeah, man, the angle was not that bad. The direction to the pin was great, just needed about 1.5 feet higher.
This is short right.
Might be a tricky putt from outside the circle. He's going to have that low ceiling branch hanging down in his way. Difficult to commit to the length that you need on this second shot. I just feel like this pin is just... Maybe it's not the pin's position. I think the pin's position is fine. It's just the trees that, like, narrowed down to create the gap are just like awkwardly a little bit too far away from the pin. Just my personal opinion.
Big skip, good tree.
Oh, look at that rollback up the hill, and Adam will have a somewhat testery putt from about 25 feet, but that showed no problem for him today.
65-footer.
Off the top.
It's a nice, at least to make some connection, because that's probably going 30 long.
Calvin with that awkward putt. A good look at, we have a U-shaped tree on the green.
Oh my God.
Oh no. And that'll be the first bogey of the round for Adam. So Calvin's going to take a one-stroke lead. Even with the par. And you just kind of figure, even though he seemed to not be at all uncomfortable by the situation, that at some point, it is a national tour. We've got some of the best players in the world. I said the best players in the world, but we're missing Ricky, Eagle, and Paul. We're still a very stout field. The pressure's going to get to the young man at some point.
Oh, and not to mention the fact that you've got Calvin on like a historic blitz of the back nine.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make you feel great. When you're trying to protect the lead, and it's like, what is even happening? This guy is smashing every drive dead down the middle. It's hard to withstand that. I mean, okay, what's your options? Play perfect or maybe one better than that to keep your lead where it was. I mean, Calvin is taking this one more than Adam's doing anything wrong.
And there's a misstep and an open door.
Whoa, look at that thing just crawling back right.
Simon just going for the straight turnover. I kind of like this play, but there's a tree right there.
Yeah, you can't see it from the tee.
Yeah, it looked great off the tee, but man, there's that one blind one around the corner. Maybe someday somebody comes out here with a chainsaw. I don't know. I don't own a chainsaw. It wouldn't be me.
Hopefully it's no one.
I'm just kidding. There's the stump.
There's a stump.
Now,
All right.
They could take that stump down more. That's, come on. I think we can all agree upon that.
Oh, I mean, I should hope so.
We should ground that thing up. It should not be in the way anymore. You can't hurt anyone else, stump.
Oh, but it will.
Adam after the bogey on 15. How does he respond? A good looking forehand, but it needs to check up because there is out of bounds.
Stay safe.
But he does stay safe, and he'll have an open look at that range that he's been money all day. Calvin, not the greatest approach, but still in 25 feet.
Just barely low. Good effort. Going up the hill with the OB behind the basket.
For the only two of the group, another amazing putt. That's another outside the circle strike. Adam Hammes, let's just call him, that's his 15th SloMez of the round.
Yeah. The SloMez kid.
Calling him slow?
I'm calling those putt replays SloMez. This is what I'm doing. Incredible performance. Never met a putt he didn't like.
No, he is definitely on fire. Even with the somewhat short air ball on the previous hole, he has been almost perfect on the greens.
And that's a big par putt. That was not nothing. That was a 29-footer.
Yeah, and a very slopey, fast green. If something happens, you hold on to it for a fraction too long, maybe just hits the right side cage, it can roll or just sail out OB in a heartbeat.
Hole 17, par 4, 588 through the narrowest of gaps, going uphill and then hard right, and maybe even back downhill a little by the pin. So big drive's going to put you here. Then you have that tricky putter turnover to try to get up here and put the brakes on it right at the right time to stay inside circle one.
I'm going to guess Seafoam Green Eagle for Calvin. And we got the flip up forehand force from Adam. Is he going to try to go backdoor? No, he's just going to try to go down the middle. And that is a great reaction off that. That's incredible to keep that in the fairway still with the forehand. It's a very tricky thing to do.
With the distance driver as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. And look at that. Seafoam Green Eagle didn't quite get the turnover that he was looking for, I'm sure. That is going to be an awkward place to throw a second shot. And I believe Simon's going for the route that he went in round one, where he was so long he had a putt backdoor.
It never ceases to amaze me how consistently some of these guys, Simon, Calvin, can just hammer through these tiny gaps.
Yeah. Like they're increasing accuracy the harder they throw, whereas the rest of us are kind of like in a straitjacket.
T-sign in your run-up for Trevor, and this is going into the jail.
And that needs to get all the way right. Unfortunately, it stayed in the middle. Actually, I don't know. He might have a way to get to the pin from there.
He fought through pretty well.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent result. Seemingly decent result. Calvin, look at this second shot. And he's not going to get all the way to the pin. But just to fight through that initial gap and then have just a short jump putt down to the pin. He may be able to run that, but it is a very fast green behind this pin. And Adam, what a great throw.
Nicely done there. Ooh, he gets out with the kick, but now he's back behind some more shrubbery. Simon's going to get wild.
How high is he looking? Okay, that high.
Maximum.
Oh my God. There's no
I guess it didn't work.
No, I guess not. There's claps, but I think those are claps out of entertainment value. He may have a look, though.
Don't roll. Good leaves. Yeah, he's definitely got a look at it.
Come on, you suck. I used to be good at.
Kyle was definitely running it and almost connecting.
Wow.
Wow, what an incredible second shot from Adam.
And a big putt down the hill.
And he has retaken that lead, going back-to-back birdies, only birdies of the group on 16 and 17. And to think that forehand really didn't look outstanding as far as like distance goes.
Yeah.
To be able to manage a second shot all the way up to the circle and then connect on the putt, that is incredible way to bounce back from the unfortunate bogey on 15. And Adam's really showing a lot right now.
I just feel like watching these guys duel it out, Adam and Calvin. Important to remember that putting is actually really hard.
It can be, yeah.
And they're making this, they're just making 30-footers look like a no-problem situation.
And Simon, without taking any bogeys, is just slowly falling back. He is now 5 back of our leader with an Eagle Bowl hole 18 left.
Yeah, the 726-foot 18th, downhill initially, then uphill to the pin. A big drive puts you in position where you could get to the basket with a mid-range. Just, again, all about staying out of those woods. If you're in the fairway here, this is a pretty routine birdie. This is not in the fairway.
the easiest hole on the course, playing at just over of a third of a stroke under par.
Oh, and this is also not going to be on the fairway. A little bit right. Big distance, though.
And you got to think Simon is thinking 3-3-3. He's going to try to go big off the tee.
I'm not sure he's ever seen a par 5 where he didn't have that 3 buzzer going off in his head.
Yeah.
Bad kick.
Yeah, that's going to be a difficult angle to approach the fairway on the second. Trevor, he's got a good kick.
Ooh,
Finally on
yeah.
the 18th hole. He's had a tough round.
Adam with a controlled shot. I think he should be in position to go for birdie from there. And this is kind of that fringe. Tough. You could almost think about getting to the pin there. And he's going driver, trying to stay aggressive. Takes a bad kick, and now birdie might be off the table.
Simon's trying to lay down a roller from that position. He is a crazy man. Look at this guy. There's no more entertaining player to watch. I mean,
Yeah. No worries. Big white ball.
God. The joy he plays this game with, and even when he's not playing well, it's entertaining to watch his reactions. Come on.
Calvin, I don't think, has any kind of opportunity to be aggressive.
No, but that's fine. Just keeping it in the middle. Pretty routine approach shot to the pin. And this is nothing routine, but man, he's making it look
Fantastic shot.
so easy. That's a great forehand approach. I believe that's a zone. Chalk it up. Another eagle throw for Calvin. This is going to,
Nice soft skip.
settle at the 26-foot range. He's trying to eye it up. He's trying to line it up again, I'm sure. That is not a layup. Yeah, he's trying to make that without question. Great line.
Long birdie putt here.
So it'll be a 2-over round for Trevor, who's fallen down out of the top 20. This guy has fallen nowhere. He is still in first place with a 9-under round backed up after the 10-under starting round. Look at that back 9.
And this is Calvin to match a 9 under. Wow. I think Trevor might even have started at 7, so he might just be 1 over.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Pending this putt.
Yep, you're right. He was at 7 under. And Simon, an entertaining round to say the least.
And still -7.
Yeah, and bogey free, and he's still in the hunt without question. 5 back of the leader.
Sitting tied 4th. Adam 9 under. Calvin 9 under. Simon 7 under. Fantastic.
But we will not see Simon Lizotte in the final round as James Conrad and Johnny McRae with those fire emoji 9 unders at the top. It's gonna be a Florida set heavy final round here with 3 players from the Sunshine State, is that right?
2, right? Just Calvin and Johnny.
Johnny, and then who was
James.
James.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Florida,
It's-
these 2 players. But yeah, it's going to be great. The way these guys are duking it out against each other, I mean, I'm excited to see can they really do that again to this course. I think no, but they're proving me wrong. I mean, they're just making this place look foolish. And I think we're in for a treat no matter what. We will be back with final round coverage tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching JomezPro.